Chandrayaan-3 was meant to be a triumph, a symbol of India's growing mastery in space exploration. It landed where no other nation had dared to go, the moon's shadowy and ancient south pole. But after the images came back, after the first soil scans were transmitted to Earth, the celebration began to fade, replaced by silence, then whispers, and finally a warning. This isn't science fiction. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is what happens when the most advanced rover ever sent to the moon uncovers a material that defies physics and something even stranger lurking beneath the surface. Let's break down the impossible discovery that has shaken the global scientific community and forced one Nobel mind to say we are not ready. When India's space agency launched Chandrayaan-3, it wasn't just another lunar mission. It was a comeback, a direct successor to the failed Chandrayaan-2 landing attempt in 2019. This time, everything went right. The Vikram lander touched down with flawless precision near the moon's south pole, a region permanently cloaked in shadow, colder than Pluto, and untouched by any nation's probe until now. Why the South Pole? For decades, this region had been the holy grail of lunar science. Radar scans had hinted at ancient water ice, minerals locked in craters, and perhaps signs of a deeper mystery. But until now, no one had dared to land there. The terrain is treacherous, the light unreliable, the temperatures deadly. But ISRO did it. And with it, India joined an elite group of spacefaring nations. The mission's early data confirmed what scientists had hoped: frozen water, silicutary dust, and useful metals like magnesium and aluminum. A perfect recipe for future moon bases. But buried beneath those early headlines was a darker, more unsettling discovery, one that never made it to the press conferences. As the Prane rover rolled across the powdery regolith, it began scanning the moon's surface with state-of-the-art spectrometers. The goal: to identify the precise chemical makeup of the soil. But what it found left scientists in a state of disbelief. A substance never before seen in any known sample, lunar, terrestrial, or extraterrestrial. It didn't match any mineral in Earth's database. It didn't reflect light as it should. It seemed to absorb electromagnetic radiation, even bending it in unpredictable ways. One engineer described it as a sponge for energy. Michio Kaku called it a terrifying anomaly. Why? Because if this substance formed naturally, then it means our entire understanding of material science is wrong. But if it didn't form naturally, that means someone or something placed it there. This discovery alone would be enough to spark international crisis talks, but it was only the beginning. After the initial scans, ISRO activated Chandrayaan-3's ground-penetrating radar, designed to peer beneath the lunar crust. What it found sent shock waves through mission control. Beneath the rover's wheels, several meters down, a massive hollow void was detected. But it wasn't random. The radar returns revealed geometric formations, straight lines, symmetrical angles, repeating grids. The early diagrams looked less like caves and more like blueprints. Kaku, after reviewing the scans, described them as metallic, organized, deliberate, and likely ancient. To make matters more disturbing, the void was massive, large enough to house a small city. And then came the heat. Instruments began picking up strange thermal fluctuations, rising and falling with no solar input. The moon, geologically dead for billions of years, was showing signs of internal energy. Could it be residual heat from unknown materials, a functioning system, or a still active artificial structure? For the first time, scientists began asking the unthinkable: did we just uncover an ancient alien base, or worse, a forgotten human one? In the days following the underground scans, the Prane rover began to behave erratically. It stopped responding to commands. It sent back corrupted data packets. Its movement, once steady, became unpredictable. ISRO officials attributed this to mechanical stress, but off the record, insiders were not convinced. One anonymous engineer claimed the rover's malfunctions began precisely when it passed over the deepest part of the anomaly. Another suggested the unknown material may have created electromagnetic interference, disrupting the rover's systems. And then came the silence. Prane stopped transmitting. This was not just a hardware failure. It was a mystery layered on a discovery layered on a warning. If what lies beneath the moon's south pole is ancient and still active, then every step we take may be triggering a system we do not understand. Michio Kaku has now called for a global coalition, urging that no nation act alone in exploring the anomaly. He warns, "We may have just awakened something not meant to be touched." As news of Chandrayaan-3’s silent spread, governments around the world began paying close attention. The discovery of a mysterious substance, a geometric void, and the sudden blackout of the rover triggered international security protocols usually reserved for nuclear events. High-resolution satellite imagery from other space agencies, NASA, CNSA, ESA, was quietly redirected toward the landing zone. Reports leaked that American military satellites picked up an unexplained electromagnetic anomaly just hours before the rover stopped transmitting. Meanwhile, Chinese officials requested emergency access to ISRO's raw data logs, fearing that whatever had been found might affect Earth's electromagnetic balance. Some speculated that the anomaly might even be influencing communication satellites or Earth's magnetic field. In closed-door meetings, the word containment was used. This was no longer just a lunar research mission. It had become a planetary security concern. In a twist no one saw coming, a team of independent archaeologists and astrophysicists compared the radar scan geometries with ancient Vedic star maps. The results? The underground grid beneath the moon's south pole bore a strange resemblance to sacred geometrical patterns found in ancient Indian texts, specifically mandalas believed to encode cosmic knowledge. Could this be coincidence, mathematical convergence, or something much deeper? Dr. Rakesh Verma, a scholar of Sanskrit cosmology, suggested that the geometry found beneath the lunar surface matches the proportions of a symbolic gate described in the Rigveda, a portal that leads to the place beyond the dark sky. While mainstream science remains skeptical, the similarities are now fueling a growing movement among philosophers and physicists alike, that ancient civilizations may have known something about the moon's true nature, something we're only just now rediscovering. New data has begun to surface, reportedly smuggled from ISRO's internal network by anonymous insiders. These files suggest that samples analyzed by Prane contained not just unknown compounds, but materials with photonic properties never before observed. The substance retrieved or scanned before contact was lost appears to be photonic negative. It not only absorbs light across all visible and infrared spectra, but may be capable of bending or even cancelling electromagnetic fields around it. This behavior implies the material could be metastable or even artificially engineered. One leaked description referred to it as optical dark matter. If confirmed, this would mean that the moon's south pole holds a material that interacts with light and energy in ways we previously